Sorry guys, I am very busy in my work, but I will do better and uh, whatever time I get from my home and all of the what the time get I from my work and also my um, colleagues. So I want to do an examination and test myself capabilities to do extra more. Actually, my colleagues and my all other teammates was wanted to broke me up, but I don't want to break because let me show to the men that I will do better and better each and every day. You don't know what I can do. So let's start with the first note that don't waste our time. The first note was US will act to protect if China threatens its sovereignty Biden. Okay. Amidst growing tension with China over the suspected surveillance balloon, US President Joe Biden has said that the United States will act as a protect if Beijing threatens its sovereignty. I am committed to work with China where I can advance American interest, the benefits to the world. But make no mistake, as we made clear last week, if China threatens our sovereignty, we will act to protect our country, and we did. Biden said that in the State of the Union address on Tuesday night. The US has accused China of violating American sovereignty and the international law. Let's be clear, winning the competition with China should unite all of us. We face serious challenges across the world, but in the past 2 years, democracies have become stronger, not weaker. He said in his second State of the Union address before the joint session of the US Congress. In his speech, which revolved around the theme of the unity, Biden said 2 years into the administration, autocracies have grown weaker, not stronger. Biden, in the State of the Union address on the Tuesday, asked lawmakers and the top officials present at the prime time event to imagine how some parents feel worrying their children may not come home. As he spoke, the president acknowledged the parents of the Trey Nicholas, of a 29-year-old man who was beaten to death by the police officer. The mother and the stepfather of Terry Nichols, Raw Wagon, and the Roddy Wells were among First Lady Jill Biden's guests at the President Biden's second State of the Union address. They stood up during the State of the Union address and received a standing ovation. Joining us tonight are the parents of the Tyre Nicholas, who had to bury just last week. There are no words to describe the heartbreak and grieving of a child. He said, "America today is a much better shape than it was 2 years ago when its economy was reeling." Biden has touting his administration economic accomplishments in the State of the Union address as he laid the groundwork for his 2024 White House run. Okay, so next news was Ministry of Defense seals 2,585 crore deals for modular bridges. The the Ministry of the Defense on the Wednesday inked the 2,585 crores contract with the L&T for the production of 21 seats for the modular bridges, which have been designed by the Defense Research and Development Organization of the Army. Each set of these game-changing modular bridges shall consist of the 7 carriers vehicles based on the 8 into 8 heavy mobility vehicles and 2 launchers vehicles based on the 10 into 10 heavy mobility vehicles. Each set shall be capable of mechanical launching a single span fully decked 46-meter assault bridge, and MOD officials said. The bridge can be used over various types of obstacles like canals and the ditches with quick launching and retrieval capabilities. The equipment is highly mobile, versatile, rugged, capable of keeping pace with wheeled and tracked mechanized vehicles. The official said the modular bridges will replace the manually launched medium grader bridge that are currently being used by the Army Corps of Engineers. The indigenous mm, Indigenous designed and manufactured modular bridges shall have many advantages over the MGB, such as increased span, less time of construction, and the mechanical launching with retrieval capabilities. He said they will give a major boost to the bridging capabilities of the army on the western front. He further said the project will showcase India's progress in the signing and developing world-class military equipment and pave the way of enhancing defense experts to the friendly countries. He added, ISRO to make second attempt to launch new SSLV tomorrow. Okay. ISRO will make a second attempt to launch its newly developed mini PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, or Small Satellite Launch Vehicle (SSLV), Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle or Small Satellite Launch Vehicle (SSLV), which can carry maximum payload of 500 kgs to space from Sriharikota on Friday morning. In its maiden flight on the August 7 last year, the SSLV had failed to place the satellite in its desired orbit. Reports Surinder Singh. The lift of the second development flight SSLV D2 is scheduled on 9:18 am on the Friday, and it's intending to inject three satellites EOS 7, Junus 1, and Azadi Sat 2 into 450 km circular orbit during its 15-minute flight. India is pitching the SSLV as the vehicle on demand which can launch mini, micro, and nano satellite. In order to get a share of the global market of the small satellite launchers, the SSLV provides low cost access to space, offer low turnaround time and flexibility in the accommodating multiple satellites, and demands minimal launch in the infrastructure, and ISRO statement said. Okay, the next news was PM Netanyahu discuss way to boost defense ties. Okay, New Delhi. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu, and he has said in a tweet discussed way to strengthen the multifaceted India-Israel friendship, deepen focus on the innovation partnership, and on the going cooperation in defense and security. Both the leaders expressed a mutual desire to deepen the cooperation between India and Israel in the field of highly tech economy and security. This was the second phone call between the two leaders since Netanyahu returned to power returned to power in December last year. The phone call lasted for about 20 minutes. The Israeli PMO said the two leaders discussed ways to strengthen the close and the important relations between Israel and India. A statement from the PMO said the two leaders expressed a mutual desire to deepen the cooperation and the tweeting the countries in the fielding in the high-tech economy and the security, high technology economy and the security. He added in his call on January 11, Modi congratulated Netanyahu to being sworn in as the PM and emphasized the importance of continued cooperation between the two countries. Continued cooperation between the two countries. Netanyahu was sworn in an Israel's PM for a sixth time on December 29, 2022, leading the Jewish state most right-wing government to the date. He is already Israel's longest-serving prime minister. Okay. Women from less than 12% of India police force center. Okay. There is a very sudden news that we have seen that women from less than 12% of India police force. Women constitute 11.7% of India police forces, with Ladakh police leading the state duties with 28.3% women. Ladakh police components, even as a J&K figures at the bottom of the table, which is just 3.3% women in its police organization. Sharing this information is in a written reply to a question in Rajya Sabha on the Wednesday. Junior Minister Nityanand Rai said, according to data compiled by the Bureau of Police Research and Development on January 1, 2021, Andhra Pradesh had the Second highest percentage of women in its police force, 21.7, followed by Chandigarh 21.6, Bihar 21.2, and Tamil Nadu 19.1. State with the least share of women in the police are J&K 3.2, Tripura 5.3%, and the Meghalaya 5.9%. Rai said the Home Ministry has been impressing upon the state and UTs to increase the representations of the women in the police forces to 33%. 12%, actually women percentage in the Indian Armed Forces is only 12%. Okay, so it was question. It is a question that is raised on the. It is the question that is raised. It was the major question that is raised on the Rajya Sabha to increase women percentage to 33%, almost 3 times better. Okay, why the wheels of coming of Pakistan economy? Why the wheels are coming the a perfect storm of adverse economic conditions threatens for bring Pakistan threats is hoping to avoid the kind of crises that Sri Lanka recently. It has reached out the IMF for a bailout. Richa Gandhi develops into the factors that lead to his situation. Dividing for sex reserve 19.7. See that Pak rupee in a free fall. The economic slowdown has weighed on the demand of the Pakistani export, forcing it to spend more on a trade than what is has been bringing in. That led to the discrepancies in the value of the rupee, which in turn drove up the cost of paying interest on the debt held on the foreign leaders. The weaker rupee also raises the price of importing goods, promoting further drawdowns of the reserves that only the reason sharp. US dollar has been fairly pressed on its currency, which suffered the state of national situation. Discover all that you are curious about. Chinese spy balloons targeted India to US. Washington. Okay, okay. This is a strategy that that US has come to us against to confront China. Okay, US is very intelligent. US is very dominating. US always wants to benefit. US always wants to benefit of US. Think of benefit of US, not only even in the countries. Okay, China has operated a fleet of spy balloons targeting several countries, including India and Japan. A media report had said days after the US military shot down the Chinese surveillance craft floating surveillance Taliban नीचे बैठ चल ओए ओए चल 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 हट भाई हट 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 चल मन नहीं करती तू चल